Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. All right. So I'm going to reintroduce Mr. Khaled Attar one more time, and we're going to watch the video. So our next speaker, Mr. Khaled Attar, is the Executive Board Member and Middle East Regional Manager for the Euro-Mediterranean Musical Academy. It's an organization founded by an Italian entrepreneur called Paolo Petrocelli, and it was officially launched in the 13th World Summit of Nobel Peace Laureates. Along with working with Emma, Mr. Attar has been involved in organizing some of the most important international events, such as the World Summit of Nobel Peace Laureates, for 2 consecutive years, in addition to various workshops and events around the world. Let's take a look. Please put your hands together for Mr. Khaled Attar.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, National Treasure. My name is Khaled Habeeb Attar, and I'm honored to be here today with you. I'm truly blessed with an exciting journey in my 28 years of life. And I'm even more blessed to have several national and international designations. It's not working. Okay. And I'm even more blessed to hold several national and international designations in so many different fields. For example, you just heard about EMA for Peace, the Euro-Mediterranean Music Academy for Peace, which is now one of the most prestigious and most biggest organization dealing with music and education and using them to promote peace all over the world. The second one, which I'm more proud about, is Gedha Foundation for Youth, and we launched this in 2014. In the Northern Emirates, especially in Ras Al Khaimah. And Gedha, it's a non-profit organization. I'm just trying to re-establish whatever I learned during my journey and try to give the same opportunities in an easier way for the youth in Northern Emirates and within the United Arab Emirates. We have 10 sustainable goals for sustainability. We have youth empowerment, youth leadership, creating opportunities, innovation and knowledge, connecting minds, cultivating events manager, which is one of the key goals that we have, peace and tolerance, supporting youth initiatives, supporting gifted youth, environment and sustainability. As you saw, those designations are dealing with different fields like engineering, art and music, peace, diplomacy, culture, youth, and so. It seems crazy, right? Because as the proverb says, jack of all trades, master of none. So according to the proverb, it should not be possible for me to be good enough in different fields to be able to hold designation in them as well. These proverbs, although just words, they affect our mind, they affect our subconscious mind negatively, especially if they are heard repeatedly and from people we are looking up to, just like our family and our teachers. And that's why we came across a majority of young people who stopped searching, exploring, and even just trying new stuff for the very first time. For example, if someone is good at poetry, he will keep focusing on this only, even though that he might be our next Mozart or Einstein. I'm not against this, to be honest, but we are losing potential pioneers, inventors, and entrepreneurs who were not able to discover their hidden potential. Therefore, today, he stopped. There's lag. Therefore, today I'd like to share my thoughts about success and see if we can redefine it too. After spending over 13 years trying to verify that what I believe in actually works, and by taking myself as a laboratory rat in this, and later on sharing it with my 2,000 students from all over the world in so many different fields, whom I'm blessed with meeting and teaching them, I can say now with certainty that if we want and we have the desire and ambition, we can be jack of all trades and master of all. Of course, success in any field of life is not something that just happened. It's always a result of something else. Something leads up to it. And it's building blocks often from a young age. So let's begin with this puzzle I use in all my workshops for both adults and kids. As you can see, there's a bus. The question is simple. Does the bus accelerating to the right or to the left? You may have 10 seconds. What? Actually, it's easy. The bus is accelerating to the right because usually in our road system here, the door should be on the opposite side of the road. Unless you are in UK, the answer will be the opposite. So the bus is accelerating to the right. So if you didn't solve it right away, it's fine, because usually in all my workshops, adults either fail to solve this puzzle or they took much longer time than kids. Why is it so though? Here we have Sir Ken Robinson, chair of UK government's report on creativity, education, and economy, described the research that showed that young people lost their ability to think in divergent or nonlinear ways, which is a key component of creativity. Of 1,600 children that they went through this study, 98% children aged 3 to 5, 98% showed that they can think in a divergent way. When the same tests were used with people with the same kids when they reached 8 to 10 years old, only 32% can think divergently. When the same test was applied to 13 to 15 years old kids, only 10% can think in this way. And when the test was applied with 200,000 25-year-olds, only 2% could think in a divergent way. Now that's shocking, isn't it? Because it's a 96% drop of the way they are thinking within 20 years. We should not underestimate this. From a young age, most of our kids are exposed to the following words at home, at school, and even their own life. You can't. You will never. Stop. It's impossible. And my favorite, which is no. If we can take a ratio of how many times our kids are exposed to those kind of words, to the number of how many times they will expose to the opposite of those words, the ratio will be high. And in some studies, it reached 1 to 1,000, actually. So what's happening that we start creating boundaries, a box for our kids without knowing. It came out of our fear and love that we need to protect them at the end, but we teach them what to ask and what not to ask. We tell them what they can do and achieve or what they can be in the future from an early age, especially at universities, at school. We learn not to question the wisdom of our teachers and professors, and it happens a lot. So how do we expect our kids to grow up to be exceptional when we are programming them that there is something wrong of thinking differently or thinking in a different way? When we are educating them out of creativity, out of curiosity, and out of exploration, which are some of the fundamental tools for having a much higher successful future. And it's hilarious because, especially that I'm doing lots of workshops, after certain time, after years, they will start taking the same kids to creativity and innovation workshops, which is hilarious for me. Because when in reality, many miss is that we don't grow into creativity. Actually, we grow out of it. In fact, we get trained out of it. Other than lack of encouragement, of curiosity, we unfortunately also see the least number of classes per week in courses that required creativity based on the simple theory, not the proven fact that we can't build a career out of it. And we used to hear this a lot when we were at school. But for me, I was lucky, I guess. Ever since I could start walking and talking, my parents used to take me from one workshop to another within the 7 Emirates. It was tough, but they really didn't leave any category at all. For example, cooking, poetry, painting, music, sports, computer science, self-development, engineering, leadership, and even decoration, which helped me a lot later on with events management. They taught me that you can't stop, that you can't discover what you are good at until the last day of your life. So just keep exploring. They never forced me to anything, but somehow always guided me to try everything to find my potential and what suited me best. Especially my father, he has this challenging method. So whenever he wants to guide me in anything, he will try to make it as a challenge because he knows that I will spend my time, my effort to accomplish that, just to win the challenge. Many youth fear that if they start engaging in activities other than studying to explore their talents, it will affect their education and ultimately their career. And many parents have the same concerns too. Let me share this short story with you. During my last 3 years at the high school, I used to spend daily 5 hours, 7 days a week, engaging with activities and volunteering, and also creating youth groups in different fields. But I was an A student at the end, as I believe that it was as important as education, and also it helped me through my education. After high school, I went to one of the top universities in UAE with high expectation that finally I will be able to practice both my academics and my passion. Unfortunately, within 6 months, I decided to leave to another university, as the university did not have any activities outside studies. And they refused my continuous proposals also to start doing those kind of activities within the university. So, on the ground that they want the student to focus on what's important, education. 5 years later, at Hamdan bin Rashid Award for Excellence, the same person who was in charge, and he told me that you can't do this, who had told me also that doing those kind of things will not take you to any place, was shocked to see me being awarded as the best university students at Hamdan bin Rashid Award, an award that evaluates the students based on non-academics achievement as well as academics. If he was able to come here today, I will be able to tell him that through the last 13 years, because of those kind of activities and the workshops I went through when I was a kid, I was able to get over 370 awards from UAE and outside. I hold 3 international designations. I conducted hundreds of events and workshops through my 13 years. And we just do them for youth, just to give them the opportunity to do those kind of things. And I have more than 2,000 students in different fields. What I wish though was for all universities to have kept the same level of importance for those kind of activities, because those experiences that prepared me for the real world. Actually, 90% of the job offers I got when I graduated was because of those activities. Because if you will think about it, how many engineers do we have How many engineers graduated every year? What will make one engineer is more unique than the other one? For example, in higher college of technology, last year we had like 8 students who scored GPA 4 in engineering. So what will make one better than the other? So and the high salaries jobs offer I got was about events management, not even related to engineering. So reaching to success, which is our topic. What is success and how can we redefine success? To redefine success, we need first to define success at the beginning. So as stated in Oxford dictionaries, success is defined as the accomplishment of an aim or a purpose. Having said that, on the screen, you can see a list of how success is defined normally by different people. And as you can see, each definition is different from the another one. So really, the only person who can answer that question is you. I'm neither able nor willing to be able to propose an ultimate redefinition of success, as this is not possible. In the end, everyone has their own definition of success based on their priorities. There's no right or wrong, as long as you will harm nobody or nothing. We here in National Treasure can see many exceptional people, each successful in their fields they choose to be their priorities. To me, success is creating something for the good of the mankind that will outlive me and my name. The real meaning of success for me is much deeper than the common definition of success, such as being wealthy, having a lot of tangibles, states, and degrees. It's the opposite, actually. True success in life cannot be measured with those factors, but rather with the number of people that are able to live a better or advanced life because of what you created. This creation could be a product or a support system to reach their full potential, just like what we are doing in GEDHA initiatives. This is the true meaning of success for me. So I'm not going to redefine success for you because that would be selfish from me to do so. But I advise you that if you want to be successful on a level that make you feel really fulfilled, then very first thing you should do is to take the time to decide what success means to you. Be specific for each area of your life. Understanding what is important for you personally will allow you to focus on your visions and goals. And then start taking action, one step at a time. As quoted by Pablo Picasso, action is the foundation key of all success. And more importantly, please know that it's okay to fail. It's really okay to fail. As Winston Churchill said, success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. What if we fall? We can get up again. What if we fail? We can try again. But what if we never try? What if we never try? What if we stay stationary due to the fear of failure? We will live a life of regret and missed opportunities. We may never influence ourselves or others, and that would be a true tragedy. Also, it's important to know that our definition of success could change by time because our priorities would change through the time. So that's fine also. And never mind what success means to others. And you can see this a lot nowadays, especially with this social media. Because if you try to succeed according to somebody else's definition of success, you may gain the approval of others, but will you have a taste of self-accomplishment? Now, if I could leave you with 3 thoughts based on my experience. First would be, please cultivate curiosity in kids. Because the only people whom their success is initially indirectly dependent on us are kids and youth. Key components such as creativity that would stay with them and flourish over time to benefit them and the world in any field they choose that they want to be successful in. Secondly, please never let anyone tell you that you can't be good at more than one thing because you will be distracted. Believe me, I have in GitHub group over 30 volunteers who works not just nationally, they do also international MOU signing, partnerships, and they just signed with the International Youth to Youth Summit to be in Dubai in April. And the age average is like 22 or 23. They work in so many different fields. I'm trying to kill them with tasks and asking them to bring ideas in so many different fields, and they really do great. And you can see how this will affect their studies grade as well. I mean, in a positive way. So secondly, please never let anyone tell you that you can't do more than one thing at a time. When was the last time you did something for the first time? You never know. Exploring something new may lead you to redefine your own definition of success. It is, if it wasn't for my parents cultivating me, to be honest, or cultivating the passion of trying everything, I may have probably ended up with one path of career and never got to gain and give back the way I have now. And finally, and my favorite, I hope that no matter what your definition of success will be, please try to include at least a part where your success would lift others and contribute to other people's success too. Because if you can do a simple math, if we have 100 who can start this ripple effect, and in each effect we have 100, and those new 100 will start giving the same values and topics to another 100, we will cover the world within years. And that's what we need to do. Let your success cause a positive ripple effect for our youth, our community, our country, and the mankind. That will just make your success even bigger and outlasting in whatever field it may be. Thank you for having me, and bless you all.